Welcome to the Wine Downloads Podcast.
Tired of feeling lost in the world of wine? Overwhelmed by confusing labels and snooty sommeliers?
Then grab a glass and download some knowledge.
We're the podcast that makes learning about wine fun, easy, and approachable for everyone.
No more wine anxiety, just pure enjoyment. Cheers to that.
This is the Wine Downloads Podcast and your host, Scott Hall.
Hello, everyone. Olivia Monroe here, co-host to the Wine Downloads Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Before we get started, I have a few tips to share with you. There are so many so-called rules about wine, but let's be real. Some of them are just outdated nonsense. Here are 5 wine rules you can officially stop following, because wine should be fun, not stressful. Number 1, only drink red wine with meat and white wine with fish. This is completely false. While certain pairings work well, the best match is whatever you enjoy. White wine with steak? Sure, great option. Pinot Noir with salmon? Absolutely. Here's a pro tip I'll let you listeners in on. Light reds like Gamay or Pinot Noir pair beautifully with seafood. Number 2, older wine is always better. Nope, false again. Most wines are meant to be enjoyed young, within a few years. Only a small percentage of wines actually improve with age. If you're waiting for a perfect moment to open a bottle, that moment is now. Number 3, you have to use fancy wine glasses. While the right glass can enhance aromas, it's not a deal breaker. If you're drinking wine from a mason jar, coffee mug, or straight from the bottle, no judgment. It still tastes just as good. Number 4, screw caps mean cheap wine. Definitely not true. Some of the best winemakers in the world now use screw caps because they're better for freshness and consistency. A twist off doesn't mean lower quality, it means no cork issues. Number 5, white wine should always be ice cold and red wine room temperature. This is outdated thinking. White wines taste best slightly chilled, not freezing cold. Red wines actually shine when slightly cool. Stick your bottle in the fridge for 15 minutes before serving. So tell me, which wine rule do you love to break? Or have you ever been judged for drinking wine your way? Let us know in our community. Join our Wine Ambassador community, where in just 5 minutes a day, you can learn about wine skills, tips, myths, and pairings. Engage in lively discussions, attend exclusive events like Wine Down Wednesdays with industry experts like David Harmon, the founder of Wine.com, and elevate your wine journey. Check out winedownload.com/community and join our conversation. Let's get back to the podcast now.
Thank you, Olivia. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Wine Downloads Podcast. I'm thrilled to have you join us today as we navigate the intricate world of perfect wine and food pairings. Today's topic is one that is as delightful as it is complex, and we're going to explore an array of insights meant to enhance your wine knowledge and dining experiences.
Pairing wine with food is such a rich topic, and I'm really looking forward to diving into it with you and our listeners. This subject blends science and art in such a unique way. Each meal can be transformed into an extraordinary experience with the right pairings.
Absolutely, Olivia. It's fascinating how the same wine can drastically change in character depending on what it's paired with, don't you think? The intricate interplay of flavors and textures is what I find most intriguing about it.
Definitely, Scott. It's all about balance, really. When pairing wine and food, the goal is to complement or contrast the flavors in a way that both the dish and the wine become enhanced. For instance, a light aromatic white wine can perfectly highlight the freshness of a seafood dish, while a full-bodied red might bring out the richness of a hearty steak.
Balancing flavors is indeed key. Speaking of which, let's talk about some popular combinations that are tried and true classics for our novice listeners who are just embarking on this journey. It's always good to start with a firm foundation.
A great place to start is with classic combinations such as white wine with fish or red wine with red meat. These pairings work well because they align with the underlying principle that food and wine should match in weight and intensity. A crisp Sauvignon Blanc with salty oysters is an iconic match. The wine's acidity cuts through the richness of the oyster, cleansing the palate and enhancing the flavors.
That's an excellent point, Olivia. What's truly fascinating is how different grape varieties can complement specific cuisines. Each variety carries its unique characteristics: acid, sweetness, body, tannins, all contributing to the overall experience.
Exactly. Take, for example, Riesling, which is renowned for its high acidity and potential sweetness. It pairs beautifully with spicy Asian dishes, where the wine's sweetness helps temper the heat, while the acidity keeps the flavors lively without overwhelming the palate.
And what about when dealing with texture and acidity, which are often overlooked elements in pairing decisions? They play such a crucial role, don't they?
They certainly do. The acidity in wine can act like a squeeze of lemon juice, which is why high-acid wines work beautifully with rich, fatty foods. For instance, a Chardonnay with good acidity can cut through the creaminess of a buttery dish. Similarly, texture in wine, which comes from tannins, can give a certain grip on the palate, enhancing meaty flavors.
It's almost like the wine becomes an additional seasoning, a player that heightens the dish. I'm curious about some insights you've gathered from industry experts regarding their favorite pairings. Personal experiences can often lead to unexpected discoveries.
One expert I spoke with recently extolled the virtues of pairing a full-bodied Shiraz with a dark chocolate dessert. It was intriguing to learn how the dark fruit and peppery notes of the wine complemented the bittersweet chocolate. A pairing I wouldn't have initially considered, but one that makes sense when you try it.
That sounds delicious. It's these kinds of creative ideas that inspire enthusiasts to experiment and broaden their own palates. And for those just starting out, what practical advice do you have for creating pairings at home?
Let's take a quick break, Scott, and hear from a sponsor. This one is a real treat for those of you looking to kick up your wine game. Listen up. If you need to impress your client or date at dinner with some Vino 411, head to winecheat.com, the easiest way to master wine and food pairings. Or keep up with the sommelier, all from a robust yet simple, downloadable cheat sheet. You can print it out or deal some knowledge from the secrecy of your phone with a simple glance. Armed with useful wine knowledge, you'll be savoring and impressing like a pro in no time. And right now, you can save $10 off the price with promo code podcast10. Visit winecheat.com today and uncork your new favorite bottle. And we are back. Thank you for listening, guys. So, Scott, I would suggest starting with the basics and then branching out as you become more comfortable. Keep notes of what works and what doesn't. Pay attention to the primary flavors and textures of the dishes you're making. Begin with single varietals, as blends can complicate things, and start pairing with simple meals such as roasted chicken or pasta with a light sauce.
Keeping it simple is indeed so effective. As you develop your taste, you can begin experimenting more and occasionally breaking the rules, which can lead to finding new favorite pairings. But with experimentation come potential pitfalls. What are some common mistakes to avoid?
A common mistake is not considering the weight and intensity of both the wine and the food. Pairing a light wine with a heavy dish might cause the wine to seem washed out. Also, aggressively spicy dishes can overwhelm a subtle wine, so considering the level of spice is crucial. Another pitfall is not considering personal preferences. Sometimes rules need to be broken to fit our tastes.
That's excellent advice, Olivia. I think the important message for our listeners today is not only to learn about perfect pairings, but also to trust their palates and preferences. There's a great joy to be found in both the satisfaction of a well-executed pairing and the discovery of new taste experiences.
Absolutely, Scott. Experimentation is part of the fun, and every palate is unique. Wine and food pairing is as much about personal enjoyment as it is about tradition. Remember, the best pairing is the one you enjoy the most.
Well said, Olivia. I hope today's episode has provided our listeners with valuable insights and the confidence to explore and enjoy their own pairings. We've covered a lot of ground today, from foundational combinations to practical tips for novices, and even some industry secrets.
I agree, Scott. I hope our listeners feel inspired to try something new and share their experiences with our growing community of wine enthusiasts. Before we close this podcast, though, I think we should hear about one of our sponsors. Don't you, Scott?
Yes, indeed.
Let's get to it. Are you eager to deepen your wine knowledge and connect with fellow enthusiasts? Join our wine ambassador community, where in just 5 minutes a day, you can learn about wine skills, tips, myths, and pairings. Engage in lively discussions, attend exclusive events like Wine Down Wednesdays with industry experts like David Harmon, the founder of wine.com, and elevate your wine journey. Check out winedownload.com/community and join our conversation.
Thank you, Olivia. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in to the Wine Downloads podcast. We look forward to continuing this journey with you as we explore more topics that intertwine the art, science, and sheer enjoyment of wine. Until next time, appreciate a good wine, enjoy a great meal, and don't be afraid to experiment. Cheers!
That's it for this week's Wine Downloads.
We hope you feel a little more confident about your wine journey.
Remember to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends who are also eager to learn about wine.
And don't forget to check out our website for show notes and bonus content.
Until next time, cheers to exploring the world of wine, one download at a time.